All right, now let's talk about the Los Angeles Clippers. So, since the All-Star break, they have a 1-5 record. 2 OT losses. The losses are to the Kings, the Nuggets. Those were the 2 OT losses. The Timberwolves, the Warriors, and the Kings again by 1 point. That 1 point win came from a Sabonis free throw. But we all know how good that Kings and that the first Kings and Clippers game was. That's might be the game of the century when it went into double OT and it was straight offense.
It's a money game right there.
Yeah, for sure. Since the All-Star break, the Clippers have the 3rd worst defensive rating, and their new addition, Russell Westbrook, he's averaging 15, 8, and 4 as a starter, but the Clippers went from 4th to 8th. Yeah. So how worried should Clippers fans be?
Very worried.
Pretty worried. They were like a top 3 team at one point. Now they're.
What do you mean pretty worried?
Not top. I mean the West and.
Pretty worried.
Yeah, they should be pretty worried.
And now they're like on the fence being in the play-in. And Paul George came out and said a few weeks ago that the team needs to be more desperate for like wins and all that. And he said that they're not really giving the full 100% effort. But I can kind of see that by the way they're playing. I mean, yeah, the offense is there, but like I don't know, they're just not. I don't know what's up with defense. Kawhi and Paul George have been dropping pretty heavy points recently, at least in the last couple games. I think PG dropped like 41 yesterday.
You know what it really is about them? They just can't finish out a game.
Yeah, for sure.
They can't finish games.
They be having a leads and their one win was against the Grizzlies with no Ja, and they were actually up in that game, and then in the 3rd quarter, Tyus Jones just went crazy, and then going into the 4th, I believe they went down. They were down like 10 or 15, maybe even more than that going into the 4th. But then they made a nice little comeback. But you can't really rely on a comeback to get you a win, especially when it comes to playoff time. And you guys are saying that the Clippers should be worried. Clippers fans should be worried, and me personally, I have the Clippers going to the finals. Although I have this Nuggets shirt on, I do have the Clippers going to the finals. And me personally, I'm not really worried. Just because for the experience that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard have in the playoff, this team has been together for some years now,
like
and
3 years.
Yeah,
and they've been they've been right there pretty much. They just can't finish out a series. But when it comes to playoff time, the only team that I see stopping them is really the Denver Nuggets. The Suns.
The Suns
stopping them, bro.
Bro, they have Kevin Durant now, bro.
That is true. Like the Suns look great right now. But
even without Kevin Durant, I feel like they still could have.
Nah.
Yeah, when they had Mikal, Mikal was getting buckets.
Nah. It's like because Kawhi and Paul, like Frecks said, Kawhi and Paul George are doing everything they can to get this team wins. But it's like Leek said, they're just not finishing out these games, and I feel like that comes with this team maturing. It's coming down to the end of the season. That load management stuff is over with. Paul George, he needs to get up that minutes restriction. Kawhi Leonard is no longer on minutes restriction, and it was his headphones. And Kawhi is no longer on a minute restriction, so I feel like if these two really want to go to the finals, they have to be able to take charge. They have to be able to go up to Ty Lue and tell him, keep me in the game. Let me close this game out.
Definitely.
And it would then I would be worried because it would be Kawhi and Paul George blowing these leads rather than when they're sitting down on the bench. It's just the bench that's blowing these leads.
And they got a somewhat of a tough schedule for the last couple games.
The
Clippers.
What's it looking like?
They got All right, so they got to play the Knicks, the Raptors tomorrow, the Clippers. The Warriors, Trailblazers,
You know, like I feel like
Grizzlies
those are all like winnable games. Like the Clippers aren't
Trailblazers.
like the Clippers are like
The Trailblazers, I think
But the
Trailblazers upset them, bro.
ass, bro.
nah.
They add, bro, but it's an upset, bro. That Trailblazers is always an upset ass team. They're just gonna upset you one way or another.
I don't
They
know,
got to play
bro.
them twice.
They just beat the
They,
Pistons.
they
by
lose
4,
it.
bro.
They losing one out of the two. Then they got to finish their season with the Suns, sir. Last game going to playoffs.
And
That's gonna give y'all a preview of what's gonna happen in the playoffs when they face each other too.
bruh.
KD gonna go.
They
for
ain't
40.
need to drop 70 for them to get a W.
And with the Clippers being the AC right now, I don't really see them finishing in the playoff. I think they'll get a top 6 seed because right now the Timberwolves are the 6 seed, and I don't think they'll stay there. We all know how close the West is. I'm not sure how many games back they are from 6 seed, but if I had to say from the top of my head, they'll probably be a game and a half at most.
Bro, where's Carl Anthony Towns, bro?
Yeah, I was just thinking about
I
that.
thought he tore his Achilles.
Achilles?
Yeah. They say bro started reaching for the back of his leg
I
when he got hurt.
No, I don't think it was Achilles. But I know
This
they've
man
been
been out
saying.
forever, bro.
I know they've been saying that he should be coming back, but you know, if they have to play in a play-in, like I said, I wouldn't be worried that they'll lose the play-in, although they did last year. But you know, Paul George didn't play that second play-in game. Juice, what is your take on the Clippers going forward?
They gotta close out games. I thought it'd be the Westbrook effect, but Westbrook been playing good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when I seen like Westbrook playing the game, they take him out and they don't let him finish. They be putting Norman Powell in. Like why? And he been playing good and stuff. It's like why go get him and I'm not playing him at the end of the game to close out the game with y'all. That stuff be dumb. And they just don't know how to finish, bro. I don't know what's wrong with their ass.
Yeah.
Back to what you said about like Ty Lue, I think even when like the bench players are in, like their lead is cutting close, like or like cutting shorter and shorter. Like I think he keeps him on the bench too long. Like toss him back in there for a minute or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gain some more like cushion on the lead and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Back to what you were saying about Russ, like they have 3 stars on their team and
Kawhi needs to be more verbal. Like, he don't talk.
Yeah.
he's not really a leader.
Yeah.
At all, bro.
And like Paul George, I mean he'll give someone a word or two, but like Kawhi, he's just like there because he's just that.
That's
good.
Kawhi's
Yeah.
team, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
That's how
it's-
Kawhi's always been though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Even on the Raptors. I don't
Yeah.
want to say shit.
Yeah, he was. But
He
it was Kyle Lowry.
He was just there.
Yeah, it was Kyle Lowry leading that team, but we all knew Kawhi was the
He just
best
has
player.
like, that fear factor in him though when like young players around him like oh shit like Kawhi Leonard's like
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, and I feel like Paul George is the more vocal leader, and like you said, Kawhi does need to take a step in leading more, but I don't know, like going forward, like I said, I'm not really too worried that the Clippers will be, out of the playoffs or first round exits. So I'm sticking with them to be my finals team.